All right, guys, let's do a quick crypto video here. You know, Bitcoin's been doing actually pretty good the last couple of days, pushing back to the all-time high. We got an all-time high on Bitcoin of 108. It looks like we're at almost 107 right now. So, you know, a lot of people are thinking we're going to blow past 108. It's very possible, but guys, I want to brace you for a possible another rejection at like 107, 108. You know, a lot of times with Bitcoin, I made a video a couple of days ago, and I said, sometime we have to hit that top. We have to hit that ceiling a few times. It's kind of like you take a hammer and you hit a piece of drywall. The first two hits, you're going to get some dents in the drywall. Then the last hit, the hammer's going to go right through the drywall. That's kind of how it is with Bitcoin and these cryptos. Wouldn't be surprised if we get a little rejection, 106, 107, but we've also already had one rejection, possibly two. We could blow past it. It really just depends on traditional markets, what's going on in the world. Overall, guys, everything looking good. The main thing I've been seeing, you know, I've been doing I've been back into watching crypto videos on my morning runs, just trying to get the whole sentiment of what's going on. A lot of people are pissed off. They're pissed. Why aren't we in alt season? Why aren't alts pumping? Bitcoin's at going to all-time high. Why is Bitcoin dominance so high? And I'm thinking to myself, okay, if you're saying that and you're new to crypto, you've only been in the last couple of years, you get a complete pass. Because I was like that too in 2021. I totally get it. 2021, guys, I sold out of Bitcoin. Excuse me. I sold out of my Cardano at one point because Bitcoin was pumping so much. I put a little percentage back into Bitcoin. Then immediately Cardano was started pumping and we went into alt season. You have to realize, guys, Bitcoin pumps first. I say it so much, people don't get it. People don't comprehend it. They get mad at me. I don't know what's going on. You have to understand it. Bitcoin pumps first, then the altcoins. While Bitcoin's pumping and while Bitcoin's in price discovery trying to make its new all-time high, it sucks the life out of altcoins and they don't do anything. We're at that moment right now. We're almost like in price discovery mode right now because we're almost back up to 108. I found a pretty good article from Arthur Hayes. Let me pull it up. Here's some Arthur Hayes, who's a little bit of a crooked guy, but he knows his crypto. He's pretty much saying what I'm saying. And you know, when I got guys like Tom Lee, Arthur Hayes, pretty much backing up what I'm saying, it makes me feel a little bit better about it. So, alt season could start by this summer, says Arthur Hayes. This video is from 2 days ago. Arthur Hayes predicts the next alt season could kick off by early Q3. He expects Bitcoin to reach $250,000 by the end of 2025 with long-term potential over $1 million. Hayes believes Ethereum is likely to outperform Solana over the next 18 to 24 months. Bitcoin CEO founder Arthur Hayes believes alt season is just around the corner in a recent interview with Fortune. Hayes said he expects alt season to start to rally as early as the start of third quarter, which will be right about now, going into June, July, once Bitcoin crosses key price thresholds. Bitcoin needs to go above $110,000. That's what we've been saying on this channel. Bitcoin has to make its next all-time high before altcoins make their next leg up. I want to take you guys back in history just a couple months ago when we had Cardano at $1.30. We had XRP at $3. We had Solana at $2.50. You pick your altcoin. We had Theta at $3. That only happened because Bitcoin blew past its all-time high of $67,000, went up to like 70, 75, fizzled out, then your altcoins start to pump. In order for these altcoins to make their next level up, Bitcoin has to also make its next level up. I want you to understand that. Until that happens, you're not going to see an alt season, and you're not going to see much happen with altcoins. So what I think is probably going to happen, Bitcoin's going to go like 115, 120, fizzle out, go back down to 115, fizzle out. You're going to see the dominance kind of drain out and go into altcoins. Your altcoins are going to set up for their next leg up. It's common sense, guys. It's going to happen. You know, nothing in life's 100%. I know it's crypto. I don't like to be so certain with crypto because anything can happen, but that's pretty much what happens every cycle. So calm down, take your fucking Xanax. It's going to be okay. But that's exactly what it looks like it's going to happen. Ethereum set to outpace Solana. I think so. I think Ethereum's been down so much over the last year. You're seeing a lot more strength in Ethereum. What else do I want to talk about? JP Morgan is now, JP Morgan, when I first got into crypto, he said if anybody in his bank, if any executive is allowing people to buy Bitcoin, he will fire them on the spot. Actually, he said this about 3 years ago. Now, here's the article. It just came out today, yesterday. JP Morgan CEO Jamie Dimon says the bank will let clients buy Bitcoin. So what a change, guys. What a change. And it goes to show all these guys at JP Morgan were all buying Bitcoin behind the scenes. They didn't want you buying it. They didn't want you buying crypto. They told you not to buy it. They told you it was a scam. Now that they've already accumulated, now that all the big funds have accumulated their Bitcoin, now it's okay for the peons like you and me to have some of their Bitcoin too. JP Morgan CEO Jamie Dimon said clients of the bank can now buy Bitcoin, but he reiterated his long-term skepticism. Yeah, I mean, he has to say that because he was so negative on Bitcoin for so long. Bitcoin blow off top set at 128 with new all-time highs in sight. Bitcoin surges 1.5%. Bitcoin price upside targets are calling for 116 and more. Yep, I agree. Near-term upside target include a blow off top at 128. Absolutely. I think anything above 128 on Bitcoin, you better have your hardware wallet opened. You better have your Coinbase app open and start basically cost averaging out, especially at that point, because I think altcoins are really going to be rallying at that point. But Arthur Hayes saying we're getting a $250,000 Bitcoin. He's usually overly bullish. I don't see it happening, but whatever. Who knows? But he is right on the alt season. I saw some MicroStrategy news I want to pull up here. MicroStrategy is, as you guys know, I'm not a big fan of MicroStrategy. I'm not a big fan of Michael Saylor. I was talking to somebody the other day. I have a friend of mine. He's kind of an acquaintance, and he has a crypto finance channel. He also does real estate. I'm not going to tell his name, but he has about 20,000 subscribers. And he's like, Mike, you're way too negative on Bitcoin's long-term price outlook. You're way too negative on MicroStrategy. And he's like, that's why you're not gaining a lot of subscribers. And my response was, I don't give a fuck. I'm here to speak the truth. You guys have to realize all of these YouTubers are going to blow sunshine up your ass and tell you, just give you hopium because they want new subscribers. The only way to get new subscribers in the crypto YouTube world is to be 100% bullish. And I'm just not going to do it because every crypto YouTuber in 2021, whether it's Crypto Lark, Crypto Banter, Cryptos R Us, BitBoy, every single one led you guys right into the gutter of being broke, right? Including myself. I was listening to them as well. So I'm not going to be one of those crypto YouTubers. I just do this for fun on the side. But you have to realize, guys, all these overly bullish crypto YouTubers on MicroStrategy and whatever, and like they're the ones that are gonna help collapse the entire market. So MicroStrategy faces class action over Bitcoin strategy and $6 billion loss. MicroStrategy is currently facing legal battle with the announcement of a class action lawsuit alleging misleading statements about its Bitcoin-focused strategy. Despite this backdrop, the company's stock rose by 30% over the last month, reflecting a significant rebound from the previous shock of a $8.67 per share drop to the unrealized Bitcoin losses. This price recovery occurred amidst a wider market uptrend, with the Nasdaq posting blah, 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 blah. So why exactly are they suing? The recent legal issues and financial challenges include the adoption of new accounting standards, resulting in $5.91 billion in unrealized losses. So I guess MicroStrategy basically tried to write off a big loss in Bitcoin because the price was down, I guess, for tax reasons. Now my thing is, so MicroStrategy is already starting to get sued by people because of the little dip we had in crypto over the last couple months. What's going to happen when Bitcoin goes into a full-blown bear market? What's going to happen when Bitcoin drops 50%, 60%, 70%? What's going to happen when Bitcoin goes back down to $30,000, $40,000? Say Bitcoin goes back to $50,000 and your altcoins drop 99%. What's going to happen to MicroStrategy stock? Let me think. Let's think. Well, if MicroStrategy stock pumps more when Bitcoin pumps, in fact, if Bitcoin pumps 5%, MicroStrategy stock might pay 10%. What's going to happen when Bitcoin drops 50%? Does that mean that MicroStrategy stock's going to drop 80%? Yeah, it does. And everybody's going to be suing MicroStrategy. and it's going to be a fucking disaster. And everybody's going to be unloading their MicroStrategy stock. MicroStrategy is going to be forced to sell Bitcoin. They're going to get margin called. All this is happening within the next 2 years. I've been saying it for years. I know every time I say it, I end up losing a few subscribers, but like I said, I don't give a fuck. I'm making this channel to document history, document me being right, and document my crypto journey. I'm not going to come out here and tell you guys that Michael Saylor is going to make Bitcoin go to $1 billion and he's the next Jesus. And if you ever see Michael Saylor walk down the street, you need to start washing his feet because he's Jesus. That's not happening. Michael Saylor, he's a sleazy Miami guy who fucks hookers and hangs out with porn stars. That's all he is. He's just another sleazy Miami guy. All he cares about is getting rich off Bitcoin, and he's going to do that at the expense of retail investors. All right. That's pretty much it, guys. Let me see if I missed anything else. No, I think that's pretty much it. You know, I think Bitcoin really, I think we're going to hit all-time high probably in the next day or two. The question is, are we going to blow past it? I really don't know. I mean, look, it's a 50-50 shot. We're either going to get rejected at 107, 108, go back down to 102 again, or we're going to blow past 108, hit 110, 115, level out, and then your altcoins are going to pump 30 or 40%. It's common sense. Regardless, Bitcoin's blowing past all-time high within the next month, okay? But if we do get rejected at 107, 108, don't cry to mommy. Don't sell all your crypto. You know, don't have a nervous breakdown. Don't pop the pills, right? Don't drink a six-pack. It's going to be okay because that's what Bitcoin does. Sometimes it takes a few shots to blow past its all-time high. But guys, everything's looking good. This summer's really gearing up to be really, really fucking amazing. I'm really happy about it. And let's just see what happens. Right now, we're just kind of waiting to see what happens with Bitcoin. But you can't deny we're in a good spot right now. If we're at like a $60,000 or $70,000 Bitcoin right now, I'd be saying, okay, this bull market is not looking too good. It might be over, but we're not in that position, guys. We're at $106,000 Bitcoin. All right, guys, like and subscribe. Talk to you later.